I can feel the beat. In our morning rounds, we're looking at wearable technology. It is a more than $21 billion market, and it is on track to reach nearly $35 billion in the next 4 years. Smartwatches are driving the trend. Apple has sold more than 50 million of the devices since it started selling them in 2015. The company is launching 2 new Apple Watch features later today for heart health. We met Apple's Chief Operating Officer, Jeff Williams, and Vice President of Health, Dr. Sumbul Desai, to learn how the Apple Watch is tracking a disorder that affects at least 2.7 million Americans.
The digital crown actually has electrodes on it, as does the back of the watch. And by putting your finger on that digital crown, you're actually closing the circuit on the watch.
An over-the-counter FDA-cleared electrocardiogram is built into the body of the Apple Watch Series 4.
You're closing your circuit to be able to measure the electrical signals and impulses that are coming from your heart.
Apple says this new test, which takes about 30 seconds, can detect atrial fibrillation, or AFib, a condition where the heart beats out of rhythm.
Like it says, this ECG does not show signs of atrial fibrillation.
AFib often has no symptoms, but it can lead to a stroke. The ECG app is one of 2 new features that tracks it. The other periodically checks a user's heart rhythm and sends an alert if an irregular rhythm is detected.
You know, we didn't wake up one day and say, we've made an iPhone and an iPad, and now let's go after health care. It really happened organically.
Jeff Williams is Apple's Chief Operating Officer.
Why concentrate on the heart first?
We have more heart rate monitors on people's wrists than anybody else in the world. We have tens of millions of heart rate monitors. We originally put the heart rate monitor on just to track your activity. We didn't put it on as a medical device.
Dear Mr. Cook.
But the more we started getting letters where people said it detected something serious, and in some cases helped save their lives, the more we realized we have a huge opportunity to do so.
That heart rate alert just kept going off and off.
Who else knows about my healthcare data?
We care deeply about privacy, and so with our technology, all your health information, including these ECGs, are stored encrypted on your device and encrypted in the cloud should you back it up, and you alone decide who you share it with, period.
It could be scary if you think of yourself as a healthy individual and all of a sudden you get a false AFib.
It could be. On the flip side, there's also, if you get AFib and you didn't know and you actually end up having something else happen like a stroke, that's even, the potential outcome and the life-changing impact that you're going to have as a result is potentially even scarier.
As an executive, did you ever say, I'm not sure we want to go here. Let's go slowly.
Yeah, we have gone through this very, very carefully and thoughtfully, but there will be some false positives. We think the impact on the other side far outweighs that.
The ECG app will be available on Apple Watch Series 4 later today. The irregular rhythm notification feature is for Apple Watch Series 1 and later. Both require software updates that can be found in the Apple Watch app. And I know Dr. Narula is here with us. She is a cardiologist. You've been wearing this, testing it. So interesting. What are the upsides, essentially, to being able to determine or detect an irregular heartbeat?
It sounds like, what's the big deal with an irregular heartbeat? Well, AFib is a big deal. It affects millions of Americans, increases hospitalization rates, over 700,000 hospitalizations a year, increases death and heart failure, but as you mentioned in the piece, stroke. Strokes can be debilitating and life-altering. It increases stroke risk by 5 times. The problem with AFib is that it can be asymptomatic, so you can be walking around and not know you have it while you're at increased risk of stroke. If you are symptomatic, the tests that we currently have are either short-term monitors that you wear for a day or a couple weeks, or an implantable monitor. So something like this could really bridge the gap. And
I started wearing mine just a couple months ago, and I'm so hooked because Norah was raving about it, so was John. But it's pricey, about $400. Do you think it's worth the cost?
How do you put a value on empowering patients? And in my mind, this is a tool that helps to empower people. It puts you in the driver's seat. When you're a patient, you're anything but in powerful position. You are vulnerable. You are scared. Here we're saying, look, take control of your health, see what's happening, go to your doctor, have a conversation. And so it really opens that door, and it changes the discussion from a point where you meet the doctor every couple months to where you may be interfacing all the time.
Is there a downside quickly?
Definitely. Anxiety, false positives, so flooding doctors' offices with calls. You know, there are definitely downsides, but I think this has the potential to really be very helpful down the road.
Could save your life having AFib, and then
We have treatments for it, you know, blood thinners that can decrease stroke risk.
Thank you, Tara, very much.
yeah, always good to have you here.